Audio log, yes, but let's talk to the head. Bryson experiment. Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Mass Effect 3, where we are here in Purgatory, which is a club, not a divine circle. It may be both. I guess we'll find out after I, die. They use the dance floor. I wish the lighting were a bit better. I'm okay. We were certainly dancing there. That was, yep, boy. Oh, this is some game. Drink, use. Wait, can I? That's someone else's. That was sitting right there. Shepard, no. Shepard, okay. All right, well, I don't know if that's how... Look, I don't go to a lot of bars. I've been to a bar a few times in my life. It's not generally my thing. I'm not against it, it's just not my place. I don't think you just go up, take a shot glass that you see on the bar and just swig it down. Maybe that's how it works now. I don't know what the kids are into.
Do you guys have a tab? Where's the dancers? I want dancers.
Well, there's dance floors over there.
Not dancers, dumbass. Dancers. I'm here for shore leave, not the Viennese waltz.
I don't,
Oh, come on. If there's an ass shaking somewhere in this station, you guys know where it is.
I hope she finds those dancers. Bless her heart.
No. I'm telling you, I saw the look in his eye before he started off across that street. It was like, come and get me, Death. You piece of shit.
But you're not getting anyone else.
Exactly. You're not getting anyone else.
So they're claiming that what Bilal did, whatever Bilal did to die, was like a heroic action. It's, again, they're drunk. It's hard to say if they're drunk in mourning, so it's hard to say how accurately of a picture they're painting.
I hate this guard duty assignment. I hate everything right now. Nothing to do about it.
But that's my default for the moment, at least with Bilal.
At least your wife and the kids went on that trip you mentioned a while back. Where was it again?
They canceled the trip. Donated the funds to some charity when Earth was hit. And then...
Paladin. Shit. I'm sorry.
Ah. Of all the places to travel, that's brutal. All right, let's go to Dr. Bryson's lab. There might be more stuff in the Citadel, but I'll take a look after I see Dr. Bryson's lab. Oh, is this going to be a combat thing? Select the squad screen to spend points on powers. Okay. It's just the two of us. It's just EDI and me. EDI. So, all right. EDI, we're going to unshackled AI you. So just standard health, shield, power bonuses. Good. So power or health and shield. What? Again, we'll hold off on this for the moment until we see what she's about. So she has a decoy. Distract opponent with this decoy. Recharge speed, duration, shield. So she's like, so this is a crowd control type thing. Defense matrix. Reinforce armor with protective Foucault currents. Purge the currents to restore shields. Wait. So when it's active, it reinforces the armor. So she takes less damage. But then when you use it, her armor is lowered, but her shields are back. So it's a way to get... This seems like a really micromanagey type thing that I probably won't use. Overload. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Shields, barriers, synthetics. This is where I want her, I think, to put most of my stuff here. I love the option of having a way to deal with shields and barriers. Recharge speed, damage. One additional target. I don't think I care as much about the AoE. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating the AoE, but damage by 30% sounds good. Incapacitate weaker organic enemies. I don't think I want that. I think I want the recharge speed. Increase damage to barriers and shields by an additional 100% or damage by 15%. And one additional target with 6... No. Absolutely shield damage. Damage to barriers and shields by an additional 100%. Now, because I know what this is for now. Like, I know what I want to do with that. And decoy we'll try to play around with decoy. We'll only do the first 3 here because I don't know how much I'll like it. And yeah, we'll try defensive matrix for a few points. But I doubt I'll really be using all that much. Maybe because Incinerate is good for armor. Actually, EDI has options against armor and against shields and barriers. Wow, I like EDI. Let me review the Citadel, Dr. Bryson. Dr. Bryson is working on the classified project. Needs help, contact him in his lab on the Citadel. I have a feeling EDI might be a core party member for me.
I want you to match this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
I'm Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley, could you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. For a second, I thought he was going to be like the, what was the Disco Elysium character that was all about, like finding cryptids? I thought he was going to be like that, but no. Legends and rumors about the Reaper. Yeah, I gotcha. Is that necessary? I'm not even going to use this. I usually pick the side options. That sounds like a silly question. Sounds useful.
I could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war.
We probably still would
Now
be.
with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
No.
L2. I'm L2ing it. I just hit him with my iPad.
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
Is he indoctrinated or is he just despairing?
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine, but I could use your help sorting this out, EDI. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What? What's happening?
He did seem to change on the dime. So the question is here with this dialogue choice, is my default assumption that he is that he's playing me, or that like everyone's confused of what's going on? I think he's playing me. You're a murderer.
You just shot your boss. He's dead. Why?
After you arrived, it was dark, cold, like I was somewhere else. That was...
Take a good look.
I R2'd.
You did that. You pulled the trigger and killed him.
No. No. I couldn't have. No!
I believe him.
I'm not a murderer.
I actually believe him. Then what happened here?
So someone else pulled that trigger.
But I would never do that!
Seems like he was possessed.
Commander, this does resemble reports
Yeah.
of indoctrination.
Wait, this is a...
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
Now's the time to, like, wrap him up. No, don't say what's wrong. Handcuff him or something.
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it, get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yeah, but guard him along the way, will you?
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place? Exactly. That's the real Leviathan. It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous.
Intriguing.
If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
I feel like I'm gonna go with Leviathan could be useful because I'm very much. I think my character is very much in like whatever it takes mode, but it feels like whatever. I don't think this was a Reaper indoctrination. I think that he got. I think this was something that was like a jailer of the Leviathan. Something that was like, no, trust me, this is not your enemy. You know, enemy of my enemy is my friend. This is enemy of my enemy is even worse or something. But I think it's something trying to keep Leviathan in check, and I don't think it's a Reaper, or I don't know. But you know, Leviathan could be useful.
I see Bryson's point. Anything capable of bringing a Reaper down is worth finding.
Despite the potential dangers it could pose, I would agree.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
All right, before we keep going, I think Leviathan was one of the DLCs, so I'm going to check my little Discord message and see if this was a safe one to do right now. All right, Leviathan, generally late game during a break in the plot. All right, so I'm not going to do Leviathan right now. Again, Citadel, far late game. Omega. Citadel is a DLC? Uh-oh. I don't know how I'm going to tell the difference between Citadel DLC and the other stuff, because everything here is marked as Citadel. But Citadel, far late game. Omega, whenever during a break in plot. Leviathan, generally late game during a break in the plot. So whatever this is, we'll hold off for now. Yeah, we won't keep going on this. Is that head is following me? We'll find out more about the head later. And about that head later. Dr. Bryson, what are you doing? How do we get out of here? I guess I'm stuck on this for the moment. Okay, I guess we'll do this right now. We'll get through this, but we're gonna, as soon as we get to a pause point, we'll stop. Audio log, yes, but let's talk to the head. Bryson experiment. This is what it's late what it sounds like in my apartment if I'm late getting breakfast for my cat. Let's look at the audio log.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Bryson, it's Garneau. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
Garneau appears to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
We can find him together.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
Sorry, I like that sound. Citadel, Leviathan, search Bryson Lad for clues to Gardner's whereabouts. Okay. Locations from Garneau.
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No. But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Search the lab for clues. Computer console.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Wasn't there a movie about someone who was like a serial killer, but he was a ghost that possessed people and killed through them or something? I don't know. Fallen? No, Fallen was something else. I don't know.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results on the Galaxy Map program.
Filter added for blackout crimes. Just checking what he had to say on this.
Blackout crimes.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
No results. No, wait, no, there were 3 results, weren't there? Maybe you're trying to pinpoint it further? Pistol cranial trauma system. We have just got the pistol cranial trauma system. Is that good? SMG high velocity barrel. I've said this before, I don't care. I really wish there were a way to see like what the benefit of that was right here, instead of having to wait and remember to check it next time I go to a weapon bench. When the not just when the memory of it is less fresh, but when the excitement of the discovery is less fresh. Like, because not being able to check it now takes away from it, it minimizes the reward, because it just becomes some vague upgrade instead of like seeing exactly what my riches are now. Pistol ultralight materials. So we got a bunch of pistol upgrades here. Interesting. Sovereign. You have a fragment of Sovereign here?
Sovereign. Vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
I mean, it's working out pretty well for him. Like, we're getting destroyed. He was the Vanguard. Sure, he's dead, but like, his mission is going pretty okay. His mission is succeeding so far. I see the couple there. Happy couple.
Dr. Bryson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there, unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
How's that working out for you? Picture, examine. Oh, is that a kid picture? What if it's Dr. Bryson's art and Dr. Bryson just isn't very good at drawing and this is his early work?
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
Never mind.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
I have a feeling it will be, as we've seen a couple of family things. This is going to impact like Dr. Bryson's motives, or maybe it's actually just not relevant. Video log, computer console.
March 7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the timing is wrong. And Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, EDI?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan.
Smart.
If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search. Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of sightings?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Filter added. Arachnine activity. PDA. Always good to show a little PDA. The Thorian. August 27th, 2185. The Thorian, a life form discovered on Pharos, provides fascinating insight into the life cycle of a truly alien species. Unlike conventionally intelligent life, it doesn't use mass relays. Prothean artifacts would not interest it. This went in one ear out the other. Hold on. Okay, so they're on Pharos, and they found something called the Thorian. And it's a really weird species. It doesn't use mass relays, so it doesn't jupe about. It's not interested in Prothean stuff to help it jupe about. Commander Shepard claims that Reaper enemies cultivated life to evolve along lines they could predict. Reaper enemies cultivated life to evolve along lines they could predict using technologies the Reaper controlled. The Thorian is an exception. It evolved to use organic tools rather than conventional technology. I remember vaguely the name the Thorian, and I remember it being a big thing. And the organic thing sounds familiar, I just don't remember super well. Leviathan must be somehow similar to have survived undetected for so long, like a living ship. The Thorian used pain conditioning to control its victims, using them as manual labor, or even as a man would use his own hands and fingers. Commander Shepard claims the Reapers do the same thing through a process called indoctrination. Whatever Leviathan is, it must do something similar. Okay, Leviathan sounds horrifying. Switch. Let's press the button in the science lab.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
It's just the light switch. Okay, I'm being a dunkus. So for the science and math folks among you, do the formulae on the over here ring a bell? Are they real things? Are they like, is capital H stand for something? I guess H2 is like, was it hydrogen? Helium? No, helium is He. I guess hydrogen? But maybe this isn't a chemistry thing. Maybe this is H squared and H is a variable. I don't know.
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. EDI, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding the search filter now.
Rocks.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Using this microscope, or just scope. It's not a microscope.
Meteorite sample with traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need EZO?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding it now.
SMG mouse pulse recoil system. So these are all upgrades, right? Yeah. All right, I think that might be enough to go on. Oh, look at this. We got a bunch of these now. Creature sightings.
Alien sightings?
So there's going to be one where all these overlap.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Oh, we have to... Okay, we can activate or deactivate some of these. So it's a little bit of a mystery thing here. The blackout... What feels... And is there more here? Because it looks like there's room on the left side, too. So let me just check if there's more stuff. Yeah. Video log.
Sir, this is Bryson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Bryson. If it falls into the wrong hands...
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
It's going to be in the picture, isn't it?
The hell does that mean?
It's in Anne's picture.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
So
An
I was
interesting hypothesis,
mostly wrong.
but I detect no trace of the decryption key in this art.
Oh, Edie's judging the hell out of it. EG says the art sucks. Did they say EG? ED. Encrypted data.
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
So is she somewhere?
Anne Bryson, age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
Yeah, so it's got to
An
be.
interesting hypothesis, but I detect no trace of the decryption key in this art.
Yeah, so it's got to be like maybe we go find her and she has like a necklace that he gave her, or like a card or something. Maybe it's in you. Are you Anne? No, he says no. Prothean artifact.
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Bryson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Doing so now.
All right, so like that's something we don't care about. Prothean ruins and is something we couldn't care less about. So that's okay. All right, so I'm starting to see at least some of this. So deactivate you. Deactivate blackout crimes. Let's deactivate everything. EZO, Prothean activity. EZO I think is important.
0 deposits.
Based on the search results, Garneau is in one of these 5 systems.
Yes.
I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
I wish to further narrow the search. Rachni activity. I think that was important. Let me. Do we have the? Because I'm gonna forget this eventually. Find Garneau. Rachni blackout crimes, creature sightings. Because I can't. I guess it's saying I can't go back to this. Like, how do I revisit that dialogue that they gave me? How do I find that again so that I can decide like which is best or not? Blackout crimes. I don't know that they'd help with Garneau. Maybe they'd help with Garneau. Let me activate blackout crimes.
No results.
Okay.
Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So the blackout crimes are not useful.
5 possible systems.
Creature sightings feels like it could be useful.
Alien sightings?
Three possibilities.
Good. Locations with EZO, we did that. Prothean activity, again, we don't care about that. Rachni activity. Did we not do this?
Rachni activity.
No.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So I'll just for this, just to try it, I'll try out the Prothean activity one, but I don't think this is going to give me anything.
Prothean artifacts.
Yeah, because they told us this doesn't matter.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So I think there's one more though. So I'm going to take one more. I'm going to take one more look around the place just to see if there's something I missed. Other than that, I'm going to assume that the one missing slot there for filters is with, what's her name? Bethany. Not Anne. Like, because we need the encrypted data, and to break the encryption, we need. Is it? I guess it's probably not called breaking the encryption if you have the key for it. To get past the encryption, we need Anne.
Another piece of
Or
Anne
not.
Bryson's childhood art.
Wait a minute. Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
All right, let's get back to the datapad we found earlier.
Now we're cooking. We don't even need Anne.
Decryption complete. Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet Garneau used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Of course.
And this should be it. Reaper activities.
Reaper activity.
There we go. We have our one.
We have a match, marking the galaxy map.
Good. Let's go find Garneau.
And by let's go find Garneau, we mean let's go find Garneau at some point far in the future. And this is a non-rhetorical question for y'all. Let me know when I should actually do that. Because I don't know what late game means. And so if there's a better time to do that, again, let me know.
So, you want us to enlist as soldiers? Isn't there anything else we can do?
The military needs everyone they can get.
None of us knows how to fight.
Mackenzie's a biotic. Dave and Graham go to the pistol range. Oh, and Orion's always buying mods for his shotgun.
The one he's never even fired. I love our friends, but we are not combat material.
I can't sit around watching what's happening to Earth anymore.
So, you want us to enlist as soldiers? Isn't there anything else we can do?
The military needs everyone they can get.
It's really...
None of us knows how to fight.
It's really interesting how they've repeatedly made the choice in this game.
Things weren't great even before he
There's...
And if I pretend to be happy over the
How they repeatedly... I'm just trying to get to a point where I can think. How their mistress... Okay, hold on, focus. It's interesting how there's repeatedly this looping dialogue. And not just looping dialogue where it ends and then it restarts, but it's like those frigging YouTube shorts or like, where like they end it, where they start by saying like, my dog is the favorite and is my best animal on the planet. And as they get to the end, they're giving the reasons, they end it and saying, yeah, and so X, Y, and Z, and that's why my dog is the best animal on the planet. Like, it's one of those things, and I like it here, even if it's one of my least favorite things that YouTube Shorts or any of those short video formats do.
None of us knows how to fight.
You two could save lives by helping doctors in the refugee camps.
Thanks. Who was that?
First human Spectre?
Wow, Commander Shepard?
I'm right here.
Yeah, and it's good advice. Let's sign up as Med 10 volunteers. How's that sound?
Much better than shooting myself in the foot with a rifle.
It's a great conversation because I get the urge to help. I'm
overcharging for goods, denying refugees basic services. It seems the Reapers took our culture when they took our world. The Book of Plenix demands charity and forgiveness of debts in times of war. Of course, the Book of Plenix was lost in our home world, and now our people have lost their way.
Am I going to get to visit the land of the potato moles? The Volus. Am I going to get to visit Volus land? Ah, that'd be great. Even if it's just briefly. Even if it's just hovering over it and scanning it for the book. Elcos Combine Arsenal Supplies. This is a lot of stuff.
Ask about our full service warranties.
Cerberus armor. I think people think I'm Cerberus already. Like, I don't need that.
We carry it.
Aquarium 6. With so many exotic species of fish available in today's galactic market, it takes an expert to maintain an ideal aquarium. This VI automatically dispenses food, adjusts the temperature, pH, and what does pH stand for?
Don't be left out in the cold.
I know it's like the acidity-based thing, but like, and algae content of the water. It even talks to the fish when you're not around, leaving you free to enjoy your aquatic friends without fear of killing them. All right, so we could improve our chances of not dying. We could do more damage to enemies. Look, the Blood Pack invented this pistol. The Blood Pack Punisher, the Geth Plasma. Fuck it. Aquarium VI. You might be wondering why I'm worried about saving up for retirement and why I don't have a great nest egg. And it's things like that. But you know what? It is what it is.
Selling now would be unwise.
flowed them into the Motan cluster. And then I'd advise traveling someplace safer.
Okay. I don't know what that was about. I missed something there. So why do you think selling would be... Why are you... Is this like the place... Is this like a pawn shop? Or what's going on? Presidium Bank. I don't know. I missed something there. I don't know why you're telling me selling would be unwise. Where am I? The Commons.
Who cares about the money? Haven't you heard the news from Palaven?
That's what your army is for. Nothing's going to reach the Citadel.
We need to start manufacturing military tech. Nobody will need banking software if these Reapers win.
The market for military goods barely carries a profit. Who do you propose as our buyer?
The Council, the Empire, maybe the Alliance. Even if we don't make much now, they'll remember us when the war's over.
If we switch from financial VIs to military gear, we'll lose millions.
Who cares about the money?
I've seen Palaven burning. Those fires aren't going out anytime soon. If you can help.
Look, Cyrus, you want to sell your shares of Walk fine, but I'm not selling financial VIs while my homeworld burns.
Okay, let me think. We could repurpose the VIs for upgraded targeting solutions.
Right. We'd be able to use most of the hardware. The financial VI has more processing power than we need.
No, that works. We'll rig the VI and it translates for all standard weapons. Refit weapons without having to overhaul your targeting computer. Rapid response flexibility. We'll make a fortune.
A small fortune. We're selling these at cost plus 3%.
Fine.
What a good team they are. And the way of getting more assets by like eavesdropping and like nudging people to do certain things is pretty it's pretty great.
Of course not. Sanctuary's a scam.
What?
Oh, count on it. Somebody's making money off people's fear. Wish I'd thought of it myself.
Okay.
I don't think I can do this anymore.
I know what you mean. I thought our training prepared us for everything, but this...
Every time that Asari Commando sees me, she just starts screaming. I can even hear it when I'm trying to sleep now. I'm supposed to be helping her, but I feel like I'm breaking her world all over again every time she sees me.
It's not your fault. Any human would probably trigger that reaction for her at this point.
No. I looked up the file on that colony she was at. That girl she keeps talking about? We look alike.
This is from the Huerta Hospital.
Help anymore.
Is it? No, it can't be. The person at the Huerta Hospital was like a full-on therapist. This is just like a nurse. Am I mistaken? Maybe it is the person from the Huerta Hospital? It's gotta be.
We've got to keep Jake in daycare. He should be socializing with other children.
But what if there's another attack?
We can't spend our lives waiting for that.
We're in the middle of a war, and I'm just supposed to send him away every morning?
We've got to keep Jake in daycare.
I remember you two. Michael and Rebecca, right? Listen.
Really?
Do whatever's best for your family. Just do it soon. Things are bad out there.
We will.
And thank you.
Who are these two? Michael and Rebecca Petrovsky. I'm going to look this up because this feels like it's a clear reference to Mass Effect 1 or 2. It was a Mass Effect 1 quest. You convinced Rebecca to get gene therapy that will ensure her child a life free from heart disease. She and Michael reconciled their differences. So, like... Okay. Rebecca's husband, Jacob, recently died of a heart condition. Rebecca's carrying his baby. Jacob's brother, Michael, thinks Rebecca should go get the condition corrected. Rebecca disagrees, reading, like, basically internet memes that gene therapy could be dangerous, or extranet reports. I don't know what that exactly means. So, whatever I convinced them of in Mass Effect 1, they're apparently doing okay now. Good. I'm glad Jake is alive, and you'll figure it out. That's really, even if I didn't remember this, like, now that I see it, like, this absolutely rings a bell. Like, I'd say if I didn't remember anything at all, I do remember that argument. It was like in the Citadel, like it was just somewhere like in the shopping district, wasn't it? Like that we were talking with them, somewhere like in one of the main Citadel areas where we interrupted them and like tossed our 2 cents in. That sort of continuity it's pretty awesome.
This is problematic. We must find a way to stabilize the heating unit so the water temperature can remain steady. The colony's location is hardly ideal for our species. The clutch will be imperiled if we do not act soon. Of course, I will do everything I can do to help. We are family.
Journal updated. Citadel heating unit stabilizers. Solarian on the Citadel needs new heating unit stabilizers. Find them and bring them to him in the Presidium Commons.
The extreme weather conditions may require technology that is not readily available on the market.
So for that and for the schematics, non-rhetorical question. When they're talking about like these two things, for example, biotic amp interfaces, heating unit stabilizers, should I be scouring vendors for these or not? Like, I guess it's a kind of a yay or nay question. Like, will they be on like random vendors? Because a lot of the time the vendor stuff I skip through because I just assume it's a lot of implants, not implants, like weapon upgrades that they just, I don't have enough money to, or sense to know what they mean. I don't know, maybe it's not, or maybe I'll just keep an eye out.
Welcome to Agor Munitions.
Record of some kind.
Yeah, like there's a heat sink here. I don't think they're talking about that sort of thing. Venom shotgun. There's so many frigging weapons. This seems good. Oh, assault rifle, sniper rifle, shotgun. Let's do this. Excuse me. Shotgun ultra. I'm going all in on shotguns, I think. Excuse me. I don't know what other weapon I'll go all in on, but shotguns I think I'm going to go all in on, because there's just too many weapons to get some of each. So shotgun ultralight materials. Superior lightweight alloys replace weapon parts, making weapon less obtrusive, easier to handle. Yeah. Reduce it by 8%. Good.
Are you keeping this guy at work while there's a war on?
Well, it's his job.
Oh no.
Actually, I'm supposed to be on break. Contacting the family I haven't heard from in days.
Yeah. I guess maybe a war's a bad time.
Yeah.
Maybe? That didn't cross your mind the other 10 times you visited this week?
Yeah, sorry. I'll just, yeah.
I've never seen anyone so obsessed with getting a refund for a toaster oven.
Oh no! Oh, he's full Karen. I appreciate that he's backing off now. But yeah, there's a time and place. And to be fair, this is the place. Like, if you're looking for a refund on your toaster oven, this is the place. It's just not the time. Cipratrine Armory. Cipratrine. A bunch of sniper and assault rifle stuff.
All Citratrine Armory products include a lifetime guarantee for performance. See our extranet site for details.
So I've realized, I've decided for myself that sniper rifles are not the way I'm going.
We appreciate your visit.
I get that sniper rifles can be useful. You need higher skill than I do to make them really work. I'm pretty sure. Like, I find myself, like, there's a couple times I've hit with them and it's felt good. It's not remotely consistent enough for me.
Proceeds from today's purchases go toward the Turian war effort. Oh, that's a lovely idea. I really appreciate management doing it. My husband's away on duty right now.
Oh, you're bonded with Turian?
There's the skirt suspenders again.
Oh, well, that's great. I just hope he knows which ones to fight.
Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't, well, I just...
My husband is risking his life to protect us right now.
I'm so sorry. That was thoughtless and... I'm so sorry.
No, I understand. Sometimes I'm surprised myself. Anyway, would you like to make a purchase?
Yes, of course. Anything for our troops.
Let me hear that conversation again if I can. I missed the. There was a part of it. I didn't hear what the Solarian said that set her off. I heard her. I heard what she said. Like, I hope he knows which ones to fight. I don't know what set that in motion.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Our selection.
Ooh, model Citadel. Yes.
Technology upgrades from the Terminus systems. Shoot smart. Shoot Nosastra. Good hunting. Apollo's coffee. Come on by.
Hey, Joker.
Hey, Commander, check it out. Big news! The Blasto movie is breaking opening week records. There's also a big expose on Quasar tournaments, tips on how to make your apartment look bigger, and, oh yeah, a big-ass Reaper invasion. These people have no idea.
They're scared. I think this is... I don't think they're in denial. I think that in times of fright, in times of stress, you go to what's comfortable, at least sometimes. I remember... Oh my gosh. One of my... This is a radically different situation, so I'm not comparing this to an apocalyptic war, but I was getting kicked out of school at one point. Not kicked out. I wasn't getting kicked out, but I was voluntarily withdrawing to take a semester off, and because my grades were so awful. And I remember the night before I was leaving, the night before I was packing to leave. Was I making plans for the next stage of my life? Was I making plans on how to deal with the stuff that landed me in such trouble in the first place? No, I was grinding from level 11 to level 12 in EverQuest. Just a super low. I was just putting my mind somewhere where I knew it could be. I was retreating a bit, and so maybe that is in denial, but they're scared. Both of these are true. Both of these might be true. I'll say they're scared.
When big events shake up the galaxy, people cling to what's familiar.
Boy, is that true.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It's like how it is.
Riots in the streets.
I guess. I just wish there were a middle ground. You know, a little less gardening advice, a little more war prep.
It'll happen.
Very fair.
Once there's something people can do to help.
Meanwhile, they ignore the unshackled AI walking around the Presidium.
She run into any trouble?
No, she's my mobility assistance mech.
I was gonna say, he can't walk, can he?
Thanks to Frolic syndrome, I'm legally entitled to bring her everywhere. Finally getting some use out of those disability benefits.
I'm sure she appreciates getting out to see the sights.
Ah, she's earned a little shore leave.
And the thing is, HR jokes I had from the other... No, they weren't even jokes. Like, he was being a little bit harassy for more than a little bit. Like, all that aside, he really does have a good, sincere bond with her. Do I ship them?
No, actually.
I don't not ship them. My husband is a Krogan. That's what she said.
Excuse me?
That's what sparked it. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, the Blue Rose customer sucks.
My husband
I mean, it doesn't. She doesn't suck. I think she was, again. It's.
I'm so sorry.
She immediately apologized. She recognized she said something inappropriate, which I do all the time. I have absolutely said stuff I immediately regretted in bad situations, in like work settings. Like it's minimal, and it's not the worst thing, but like I feel that secondhand, major secondhand embarrassment from what just happened, and I'm glad she backtracked. EDI.
Hello, Shepard.
You look like you're gathering data.
That is a safe assumption.
Anything big and world-shaking? Man's inhumanity to man? Does objective reality really exist? That kind of thing?
Probably not.
I was running scenarios in my head to analyze Jeff's behavior.
Hi.
I believe he has a strong affectionate attachment to me, but he has not stated it to anyone yet.
Well, it doesn't need to be
Shepard,
stated.
you have first-hand sexual experience. How do you know when someone is romantically invested?
The answer is yes, he is, but like they pay attention.
They'll usually show signs. They can't stop thinking about.
Sorry, I'm just,
you know, asking you out, giving you presents.
I didn't expect this to go here right now. And
I lack material wants other than hardware and software upgrades, and my core programming does not assign values to music. Perhaps we could discuss how to provoke Jep into an emotional commitment.
That's not how to think of it. It's got to be natural.
This is amazing.
Chemistry.
I see. There are a number of pharmaceuticals that could inject to simulate the desired emotional state.
Edie, the making of a criminal.
No, I mean relax and do something you both like. Something simple. For example, you both like humor.
Correct. I will see if there are comedic entertainment shows being presented on the
She is
Citadel.
interested. She's clearly into this.
Do you think he would like the man who hung himself? It appears to be about an amorous plastic surgeon.
That is... I am supporting this with my whole ass. Your company is what matters.
Edie, the important thing is to have a good time, wherever you go. And if you're having fun, he probably will too.
Then the outcome is an unknown quantity. But you are saying I should attempt it anyway.
Nobody ever fell in love without being a little bit brave.
I see. I believe you have improved my chances, Shepard. Thank you.
That's where I'm going to call it for here. Thank you for watching. This is amazing. I hope that this keeps up. I am going to Cupid the shit out of this. If I can. If she's interested, I really didn't think she'd have any interest at all in this. Like as an AI, I just assumed that she was in this body as just another way to see the world. I didn't think she was going to... I am really curious about... I'm interested in his side of it too. I'm really interested in how Edie's perspective on this whole thing is going to be. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.